This program contains graphic material, including offensive language. Viewer discretion is advised. A narcotics powerhouse that runs like a Fortune 500 company.
All we do is get money.
Once this cocaine epidemic came in, it turned everything around.
Yeah, GDP.
I was like, you know, man, I'm just gonna get filthy rich.
Getting money right now, 06.
The gangster disciples made millions by brutally punishing anyone who got in their way.
Either roll with the gang or they would roll over you.
They dominated the drug trade in cities across the Midwest.
It's like a cancer, it spreads. You got gangster disciples on every street corner.
Not since the days of Capone has a Chicago gang ruled with such bloodlust.
They only had one or two objectives: to sell drugs or hurt people.
They will assault you, beat you, shoot you, threaten your family, threaten your children.
It's killing season, Joe.
The more fear, you know, the more respect.
Oh, yes.
Torture, dismemberment, murder. It's strictly business for the GDs.
It's like that. It's real out here, man.
Their simple goal: more money and more power.
Their idea was you live fast, you die young, you have a good-looking corpse.
You see this heat? I think I got a million of these.
Nothing speaks louder than bullets and Benjamins in the gangster underworld. And no other gang in Chicago, Milwaukee, or Detroit earns more cash than the Gangster Disciples, one of the most powerful crime organizations in the Midwest. The GDs built a drug empire that at its height racked up more than $100 million a year.
Larry had a little philosophy: why carry a gun when you can carry a briefcase? Why wear a hat when you can wear a suit and tie? He was ultimately trying to turn us all into businessmen.
For 25 years, Hoover ruled his organization like a dictator. And the Gangster Disciples swelled to 30,000 members. He established a rigid chain of command and punished anyone who disobeyed his orders.
The discipline within the gang and the violence that occurred within the gang was as great as the violence they perpetrated on their rival gangs. Violence and intimidation in the GDs was essential for survival of the gang.
The GD's discipline, combined with the booming cocaine trade in the 1980s, vaulted them to power over their Chicago rivals, like the Vice Lords and the Mickey Cobras.
They were probably the strongest, fastest growing gang that I ever encountered. Their numbers just were astronomical.
The GDs recruited most of their young soldiers from the city's public housing projects, where gang life often provided easy cash.
Money is scarce, so when they're putting food on your table, you know, that's kind of big. You'll show loyalty to this person because he's making sure that you eat, you know what I'm saying?
Q says he worked as a shooter for the GDs when they battled their rivals for drug turf at the Cabrini Green housing projects.
For every person you shot, you get points, you know, and points added up to respect in the neighborhood and ultimately leadership position, you know.